Images here. So Dr. Blanco, welcome. Nice to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me.
A pleasure. Do me a favor. Let's talk about just, let's take one or two of the newest things that you're doing that excites you in terms of cosmetic dentistry that are pleasing patients, nationwide.
Well, the first thing is digital dentistry. So if you remember getting molds taken, if you went to the orthodontist or whatever, and you had these gloopy molds taken, now you don't have to have that. Why? Because we're using digital dentistry. We actually capture the images. We take a mold digitally. So you don't have to have this stuff that makes you gag. So that's very exciting, not only because of the physical aspect that, it's comfortable for the patient, but at the same time, it's extremely accurate. The labs love it because you can send your work immediately to the lab. They can have it back to you as fast as possible. So that's really exciting. And along the digital area, we also talk about digital smile design. So when we're talking about cosmetic dentistry, we're using digital technology in order to design the smile right on the spot in front of the patient so that we can talk about the changes that we could make to improve their smile.
Tell me about, if you look at your website and you see some beautiful, beautiful veneer cases. So, let's go through the process a little bit of someone comes into you, they have either discolored teeth, they have space in between the teeth, they're missing a tooth or two. Talk a little bit about veneers and then how you view them and then how you go about, speaking to patients about it.
Well, porcelain veneers are still the most conservative way of changing someone's smile. In cases where there's discolorations, there's wear on the teeth, or even if they're a little bit crooked and you want to straighten them out, porcelain veneers are a great way to do that. And usually, one of our goals always is to be as conservative as possible. And what I mean by being conservative is that traditionally people would grind teeth down. We don't want to grind teeth down. We want to preserve tooth structure. So we're very conservative. We create these beautiful porcelain veneers on teeth that have been barely touched many times.
One of the greatest things, one of the things I really admire about you is your going after perfection. It's something, we never attain. We as dentists, as I say, we're all a little bit OCD because we really want to get everything exactly right. You more so than most. I mean, it's just unbelievable stuff that you do. So tell me about your whole, does this, the perfection thing, how do you view it? And then we're going to have a little surprise for you when we talk about it in a second, but that whole perfection thing, we know that has to go, but what's your philosophy on it?
Well, perfection is I feel, and what we do is important. Why? Because it takes us to that other level. If you're satisfied with average, then you're going to deliver average or below. But if you want perfection, then you're going to deliver close to perfection often, if not always. And that's the goal. Now, so when we have patients who are also perfectionists and you combine it with us, and talk about a fun time. But yeah, I mean, that's been the driving force for me, not only in delivering the quality dentistry that we deliver, but also in my learning and my continuing education, the years of studying. I mean, I've been at this for over 34 years and I still go to continuing education courses.
So I got a bit of news here. I heard a report about you, Dr. Blanco, that not only do we get the top marks in terms of dentistry, but I understand that with the Key Biscayne rib-off, you won the top prize. So tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was so exciting. The Rib Off is an annual event that they've had for over 20 years in Key Biscayne here in South Florida. And I competed once before a few years back and got second place, and that wasn't enough for me. So I said,
perfectionist. There you go.
I'm going to get first place. And this year I studied it. I practiced it a bunch of times and I got first place in our rib off. So I was very
going to give us a secret recipe or what? What's the deal?
I will, but I may have to take you out for that.
All right, listen. It's
a lot of love behind the recipe.
That's what we figured. All right, listen, it was really wonderful having you as a guest. It's always great to see you. Again, the top guy in this field, where he's from, down in Miami. The best, the absolute best, with a wonderful reputation, incredible work being done there. Dr. Blanco, thank you so much for being on our podcast. We really appreciate it. I will see you soon.
Thank you very much for having me.
A pleasure.